want to welcome you all again. Thank you all for joining us. As we mentioned, for our first inaugural info session about our new Online Bachelor of Arts in Psychology program. We're so glad you're all here today. All right, a few housekeeping items. Well, first, let me introduce myself. I've been talking this whole time and haven't even told you who I am. My name is Julie Muslik. I am a program specialist here at Iowa State Online, and I'm very glad to be your host for our session today. As you can see, we are recording our session because we will be sending this out to you afterwards. So feel free to take all the notes and, notate anything as we're speaking, but rest assured you'll get all of this information via email in a couple days. And so we'll have the full recording and all the contact information you need for everybody after the session. But we'll be sure to edit out any of your personal questions at the end, so you can feel free to ask anything you want, and we'll take that out. You're also already doing point 3 here. Thank you all for sharing where you're calling from. It makes us all feel a little bit more connected. I love to hear it and love to see folks from all over the great state of Iowa. And as again, we already know you know how to use that chat. So keep doing that. As you have any questions as we go along, please submit them in the chat, and then we'll have plenty of time at the end for Q&A. We do have a bunch of folks today, so we'll make sure that if we don't get to them, we'll send out in that follow-up email any other answers we might need to get. So put those questions in the chat so we can make sure that you get them answered. Okay, so what are we going to do today? We're going to have a really great overview of this awesome program. First, we're going to really try to help you understand and come away from this time knowing if this is the program for you, if it's a good fit and it's going to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. We're going to have a fantastic overview of the program. You're going to hear from our spectacular faculty, John and Bob. We're going to tell you all about sort of our online format, what it's like to be an online student at Iowa State. What the costs are, and also what kind of support and reinforcement you can expect as an online student. We're going to tell you why we think our program is fantastic and why you might want to choose it. And then at the end, we're going to go through all the details about how to apply. So if you decide this is for you, you'll know exactly what to do next so we can get you on in that next cohort. All right, so now I'm going to stop talking and you're going to hear from our fabulous professors. Our speakers today are Dr. Jonathan Kelly. He is our department chair and the professor of psychology, and also Dr. Bob Hessling, who is our teaching professor and director of undergraduate studies. John, take it away.
Thank you, Julie, for the introduction. So this program is designed as a degree completion pathway for students who've already completed some college work and want to complete their bachelor's degree now in psychology. Many of our prospective students are people who started college earlier, stepped away for work reasons or family reasons, attended a community college, or are just now looking to complete a degree that opens some additional career opportunities for them. Psychology degree can support a range of career paths. You'll hear more about those in a bit. Some students are interested in healthcare or social services, others in human resources and community services. For some students, of course, this is also preparation for graduate school. Bachelor's in psychology is a really common springboard into graduate programs in counseling and social work and healthcare professions, other graduate pathways as well. The program is fully online, fully asynchronous, which means there are no required live class meetings, and that flexibility is especially important for students who are balancing work schedules, balancing parenting commitments, other commitments as well. The program is structured specifically as a degree completion program. There's a 2.25 minimum GPA. Students need to bring with them a minimum of 30 transferable credits, and those are credits that are earned after high school graduation. Students can transfer up to 65 credits from a community college. There's no limit on transfer credits coming in from an accredited four-year institution. One thing that our prospective students sometimes worry about is whether their prior credits will transfer in cleanly. The admissions team and the advising team work closely with our students to evaluate their transcripts and help map their previous coursework onto our degree requirements. Like most universities, Iowa State does require that the final portion of the degree be completed here. So specifically, the last The final 32 credits have to be taken through Iowa State. Another important point is that the program is open to both domestic students and international students. I'm going to hand it over now to Dr. Bob Hessling, who will talk about careers with a psychology degree.
Hi everyone. I'm Dr. Hessling. Excuse me. So what I'm pretty certain all of you want to do is to have something that you can do that's really cool and interesting when you're with your degree when you get it. And I'm a person who's really qualified to talk about this because I do a lot of career education in our department. So if you have any questions about careers in psychology, I'm definitely the person you want to talk to. And first of all, let me just say you can get an interesting, if you want to, psychology related job with a bachelor's degree. There are many career opportunities for people with bachelor's degrees. However, if you want to become like a therapist who works with people, you need a graduate degree. Now, the thing is, that doesn't mean you have to get a PhD. Oftentimes, people will get a master's degree, and that takes about 2 years to get. Either way, if you want to do this, we have a lot of support for our students. We have courses that are designed to help you learn what kind of career opportunities you have. We help you if you're applying to graduate school. We have plenty of people in our department who will help you make your career decisions. So we can really help you out with that. And I'm absolutely confident that if you come here, that you will get a job. Employers are looking for people who have useful skills. And the skills of psychology majors are definitely in demand. One thing, if you're interested in getting into one of the helping professions, like becoming a therapist, there is a shortage of them currently in the state of Iowa. You will have no trouble getting a job and being very successful at that. Um, but if you want to get a job that's not related to therapy, those, psychology majors get the skills that are needed in order to get those jobs. And so what I want to do next on the next slide is I want to highlight what are some of those skills you're going to develop as a psychology student. Uh, Okay, here are some of the important ones. First of all, you're going to learn about people. Psychology is the scientific study of human behavior, and you're going to learn how to work with people more effectively as part of your job, working with coworkers more effectively, maybe trying to persuade people to do something. That's what we do, and you'll learn how to do that. You'll also understand about research. Now, this doesn't require you to become a researcher, but you'll understand what research is, how to use it to make better decisions. Plus, you can also learn if you're interested in how to collect data. Data is driving a lot of what many employers are looking for now in terms of their decision making. So you will learn how to do that. In addition, you'll learn how to communicate more effectively. You'll learn how to talk about research. You'll learn how to talk to people. There are classes we have that teach, for example, active listening skills, so you can learn how to work with people more effectively. But on top of that, you'll learn about ethics and individual differences, which is basically how to treat people fairly. So everything you're learning as a psych major will help you in terms of getting a job that is going to be fun and interesting, something that you'll find really satisfying. And I'll turn it back over to John now.
Thank you, Bob. One thing that we want prospective students to understand is that the online psychology degree follows the same academic structure and standards as the on-campus psychology major at Iowa State. So what that means is that the courses are taught by Iowa State psych faculty. These are the same faculty who teach in our department's on-campus programs. They conduct research in our department. Also, the curriculum's aligned with the traditional psychology major, so students are receiving a degree that's built on the same foundation as our on-campus program. At Iowa State, we approach psychology as a scientific discipline. Students learn how psychologists study topics like behavior, cognition, human development, social interaction, following research-based evidence. Our faculty also, as a result of their backgrounds, bring current research findings and real-world examples into their courses. So Iowa State's a major research university. Many of our faculty are actively conducting research in areas ranging from counseling and mental health to neuroscience and social behavior. So Although the program's online, it's flexible, students are still connected to the faculty expertise that you get at a large public research university. We also recognize that students considering online degree completion programs are often balancing real practical constraints, work schedules, family responsibilities, finances, geography, and this program was designed with those realities in mind. One of the distinguishing features is that Iowa State's currently the only public university in Iowa offering a fully online bachelor's degree completion program in psychology. We've also built the program to be transfer friendly. Students entering the program will already have substantial prior coursework, so this is consistent with the goals of the program. The online tuition structure is designed to be competitive with other online completion programs and still provide access to a degree from a major public university. And importantly, the program is structured not just around finishing credits, but around helping students move forward to whatever's next, whether that be career advancement, career change, preparation for graduate school. So I'm going to hand it over now to Lydia to talk about our flexible learning format and services that are available to students.
Perfect. Thanks so much, John. I'm Lydia Whetstone. I'm a member of our online student services team here at Iowa State Online. And our team is really here to help students along the way, right from the beginning of, I'm kind of thinking about this program. I'm not too sure. Can you tell me a little bit more? Kind of like we're doing today, to how do I apply? To super specific things like, hey, can you help me with my U-bill? So we really help our students kind of along the way to graduation and all of the things and steps along your journeys here. So we're just here to be your resource. So in terms of this program, psychology courses are going to be 100% online, delivered asynchronously, which is just a fancy way of saying you can log in at a date and time that works well for you. There's not a set day or time. You can complete at your own pace. Beginning this fall, students can start the program every August, January, or May. In the fall or spring terms, our courses are going to be 16 weeks long. So right at the end of our spring term right now, finals are happening here on campus. So they're wrapping up their 16-week courses, and then our summer session will start here soon. Summer courses are offered in 4 to 8 week blocks. Up on the screen here, you can see an example of a psychology course that's offered through our learning management system called Canvas. So each course that you take here at Iowa State will vary in the types of activities and assessments and expectations, but you can expect things like quizzes, applied activities, presentations, and projects, all of which will be housed in Canvas. As an online student here at Iowa State, you will have access to many academic, career, and well-being resources that we have here to support our online students. So from the college's career services unit to student health and wellness, we're really committed to supporting your success in every aspect of your university experience here as an online student at Iowa State. And our team is here to help you kind of connect with those resources and services across the university. So next up, I want to introduce you all to Cassidy, although I think for a lot of the community college folks in the Zoom room, she's a familiar face. So Cassidy is here as our college transfer coordinator. So she works with prospective students, supporting the program, and is definitely the go-to contact for how to get started here. I'm pinch hitting for Cassidy, who woke up this morning without a voice. And so I'll share her slides, but she will handle the chat. So we'll kind of tag team that way. So let's talk about admissions. So if you have already attended Iowa State previously, you do not need to reapply for admissions. You'll go through our reentry process. If you have not attended Iowa State in the past, you'll use our undergraduate transfer application, which is linked on the Iowa State admissions website. You'll submit transcripts from all your prior institutions. These can be unofficial to apply, but you'll need to send the official transcript once all courses are complete. As John and Bob have shared previously, this program does require at least 30 transferable credits that you've earned since high school. Applications are reviewed on a rolling basis, and you can expect to have an admissions decision approximately 2 weeks after that application has been submitted. So once you've been admitted, your transfer credits will be evaluated, and we'll see what can apply towards the degree requirements. You'll participate in university orientation. You're welcome to come in person, but there's an online option available for you. And then once you complete orientation, you'll be paired with an academic advisor. This program has a dedicated advisor who supports online students. She's fantastic, and she'll help you plan your remaining coursework. You'll also receive guidance on selecting an ISU-approved minor, certificate, or second major to complement the online psychology degree. So in terms of cost, we just want to run through a couple things for you. So to submit your application to Iowa State, there is a $55 application fee. Once you've been offered admission to the university, you'll pay the acceptance fee, which is $425. Our online tuition rates for 2026 and 2027 were just set, and we have a $409 per credit rate for folks that come in with sophomore standing, and a $494 per credit rate for those who come in as junior or senior standing. So your cost is going to kind of vary based on the number of transferable credits that you're going to bring to the program, which is what's going to set your classification to start the program. Each semester, students are assessed a technology fee, so that is one thing that we want to make sure to mention as well. So in terms of financial aid, there's a lot of options for financial assistance here at Iowa State. The psychology department offers scholarships to psychology majors. You're also welcome to apply for scholarships through the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. So once you've been offered admission to Iowa State, you'll receive access to our scholarship application system that's called One App. It's called One App because it's one application for departmental, college, and university scholarships. And then some students do choose to submit the FAFSA and apply for federal loans, scholarships, and the Pell Grant. Additionally, if you are working, check with your employer to see if there's any tuition reimbursement options or support. And for folks that do have some employer reimbursement support, we have some options for you to defer your U-Build till the end of the semester. And so we can kind of work with you one-on-one if that is kind of how you're coming in. So that was me pinch hitting. If you've got more questions, throw them in the chat, and Kathy or Cassidy will be your great resource for those. I do invite you now, though, to take out your phone and scan these QR codes, so you'll have them later on to refer to. Otherwise, you can launch them now and see what's going on, but we want to make sure that you have all of this information kind of in one place.
All right, thank you, everyone. That was fantastic overview of all the things we need to know. Well, we'll just call that good for today, since, as you know, we'll be sending you follow-up information so you can contact any of us to find out anything else or to clarify any of that information. If you'd like to find out more about your specific situation, we'll be more than happy to help you find the right resources and the right next steps. So thank you all so much for attending. We hope to see you online soon. Have a great afternoon.